run.
Need some help here.
Got it. Yeah, I'm all right. Yeah. Wow.
Why don't you reel your fish in?
Hey, Rob.
Damn it, Rob.
Rob.
Get the net. Still got a fish.
It's time for the Northwest Fishing Reports. Come along as we travel to hidden gems and fishing hotspots around the Northwest. You'll see a little of everything as we fish with top guides on their home waters and bring you the latest in tackle, tactics, and techniques to help you catch more fish. With Aaron Board, Mike Carey, and Rob Holman. Now, it's time to go fishing. Presented by your Inland Northwest Toyota dealers and the Fishing Hole and Sports Shop.
Morning, everybody. It's Rob Holman with Northwest Fishing Reports. I'm here with Toby Wyatt of Real-Time Fishing on the Clearwater River in Idaho. It's our second member adventure out here. We've got a lot of special guests. Aaron Borg's out here. Mike Carey's on a different boat with Kyle Jones. We've got an exciting day of fishing. Some new tactics and tips from Toby and crew. Deckhand Carson Wyatt. It's going to be a lot of fun. Keep watching.
Andrew.
Okay, well,
That is a beautiful specimen. That's a whitefish.
that's
Not quite the fight of a steelhead, huh?
no, not quite.
But still, it's nice to catch something.
It is.
That's fish. Right there, that's a good one too. What do you got, Jojo? You got a fish too? Alright. Big fish too. There you go. There we go. Chain's on it.
Woo!
Big fish too, Lyle.
Come on, baby.
Oh, he's a biter.
It's a battle in this heavy current. That's a big fish too. That one is definitely too big.
It's worth that picture.
Not quite yet.
It goes back up the creek again.
Well, we'll do that.
Yeah!
Woo!
Good job, Lyle. Normally we'd be able to keep that because it's a hatchery fish. But this year with the regulation of under 28 inches, we gotta let that one go.
That's a pretty fish.
Yes, it is. There we go.
Yeah, real-time
Yeah.
fishing. Did it again.
All right. See you, buddy.
Toby, we like to come out here every year because it's a world-class fishery. You get guests from all around the globe.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, it could be one of the best or the best steelhead rivers in the Northwest.
It's not just the size, it can be the numbers.
Yep. When it's on, it's really hot, and we get some big ones. A lot of 20-pounders.
The big story this year, there was some early talk, there was some concern about the return.
Yeah, we have a lower return, and at first they weren't even going to open it, but in the end we had more fish show up than they had anticipated, and they opened it up and allowed us to keep some of the A-run fish, which are the smaller fish, and so yeah, it's turned out to be a decent season. Can't really complain. It is what it is. Runs cycle up and down like a farmer's crop.
Well, I mean, the opportunity to catch some of these are once of a lifetime fish for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
I don't think, you know, when you say it's an off year, it's still pretty amazing compared to some of the other fisheries.
Yep. Yeah. We're talking. Yeah, we're in an off year, and still we average, you know, 8 fish per boat this year. That's pretty good.
How's it feel?
Oh, we got it.
Feels awesome. We got a couple?
We got a fish up here, little guy.
Okay. We got
Feels awesome. That's a totally different take on eggs.
And that one's big enough to bite the head off of. You guys get that fish in the head. Is that a steelhead?
Got a little spunk to it.
That was great, man. Rob went through there. He had his head in the clouds. He totally had a great bite. Missed it. And then my star angler here picked it up. Nice. This one's got the brighter fish.
Yeah.
Got a little
Some hotter than that other one.
Buddy.
Right on.
It was a lot hotter than that other fish. Nice and bright. Beauty. Thanks, Captain.
Yeah, good job.
That was awesome. Do that all day long. It's a nice one. That's right how it's done, huh?
It doesn't look quite as attractive.
Wow.
Nice bright fish. Not a lot of fat black on the belly. He's a beauty.
I think yes.
Big spotted bad boy.
Now this fish is an A-run. It spent 1 year in the ocean. So
What do you think that's 6 pounds, 8, maybe 7, 6?
Yeah, 6 pounder.
6 pounder.
So
It's a beauty.
we got meat in the boat.
Got some blood in the boat. Fish for the smoker. Way to go, Captain.
Get a picture of that.
Save as many as you can.
Coming through. Walk back, Rob. Hand line this stuff in for me. There we go.
Need some help here.
Got it.
Hey, Rob.
Damn it, Rob.
Yeah.
Get the net. Still got a fish.
So it
That's a
looks
nice fish.
looks like
I don't even know what to say, man. Wow.
Wait.
Maybe we get that in before the hypothermia starts, Rob.
Wow. I have never done that.
You just disappeared.
I never even seen that.
You just disappeared.
head first. Like,
You
gonna bite you?
I was not. Wow.
fully submerged.
I slipped.
Just feet went right off under you.
Yeah. Is that a keeper? Oh yeah. So, never in my life. We had a little bit of a tangle. Everybody cleared. I took a step forward and just kept going. Cleaning the water. These guys bailed me out. We put that fish in the boat, man. Holy cow. Holy cow. Take a look at it, huh? I don't know if I want to use this footage. This may never be seen.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob, look at that fish.
Rob, I just want you to know, Paul grabbed the rod, not you.
Yeah, somebody needed to get it. I let go at a certain point. I held on for a while. There we go. I had the rod while I was underwater, and I got my head up before I let go.
I don't know what's better, the fish or you.
Wow. Yeah, only on Northwest Fishing Reports. Coming up next on Fox 28. I'm not allowed to leave my seat anymore. but we're gonna try to fish some more right after this short break. We had to leave kind of abruptly yesterday. I started getting cold. It was a fun day. You guys just saw what happened. It's the next morning, and I know we had some fun with that, but real-time fishing takes boating safety very seriously. We've got some cool tips coming from Toby in just a minute. You know, anytime you're on the water, you got to be careful. You got to know where you're at. These guys are real pros, handled the situation exceptionally. Toby, that was the first time in 27 years as a guide you've had a guy go completely overboard.
I've had a couple guys kind of go somewhat in, but that was the very first completely overboard.
Besides these life jackets, you've got other safety equipment on the boat, and you guys got some training on how to handle those situations.
Yeah, you're required by Coast Guard law to have a life jacket for everybody in the boat and to have a throw floatable device similar to this. And you know, if you have all the right stuff then and you're properly ready for it, you shouldn't have a problem.
Fishing with Toby out here, real-time fishing on the Clearwater. Another nice steelhead. Wow. That'll warm a guy's hands up quick. These fish are a lot of fun. Good size to them too. It's amazing they travel. How many miles do they travel to get here?
450.
450 miles, and they still got piss and vinegar.
Right.
Look at that pig. That is a oversized.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 28 inches is the limit. He's easily over that, but man, what a fish. Now we're in Idaho, so you're allowed to take the steelhead briefly out of the water for pictures and whatnot. So you guys in Washington, those are the regs out here. That's a whole lot of fish. He's going back. Gotta love it. Gotta get down here and do this Clearwater steelhead, guys. Taking a little break here, lunch break at the boat launch, and I couldn't help but notice, Toby, you have a really interesting organizational setup, and these slinkies, I call them slinkies, have been incredibly effective on the water. Tell our viewers about what you've got going here.
Okay. Well, it's basically a the lead inside is .210, and it's covered with 1/4-inch shrink wrap with a swivel out the top. So they're quick change. You can change them out real easy. And sometimes in muddy water, I even color them. It's kind of like you'd put a flasher out there for salmon. You know, that the steelhead notice these. And in the muddy water, this helps immensely. These hang up about half as much as just straight up lead out of a lead punch. And when I do use straight up lead, it's because we're in deeper, faster, heavier water, and this is punched lead, but it is also covered in shrink wrap. And the reason I do that, it's slick. Lead grabs, so when it goes down, without the shrink wrap, when it goes into a rock, it grabs and breaks. But with the shrink wrap, it goes down into a rock, slides right out. It makes a big difference. Once again, I put the swivel on there. That's just to prevent tangle, and we do it, it's for quick change. We change leads a lot, you know, to match the speed and the depth of each hole.
You know, one thing I've noticed, because I've made slinkies, and the parachute cord works great, doesn't catch, and this doesn't catch either on the bottom, but the advantage of this system is your hooks don't get stuck like they do in parachute cord. which is a pain, and no sticking with hooks in this stuff.
Yeah, and I can make those in minutes rather than hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other thing I use is on my double hook yarn setups here. See that little yellow thing right in the middle there? That's a zip tie. And you basically pull the zip tie with the yarn and out comes your egg loop. Now, what's the advantage of that? Well, just the bare line will cut. The minute you jerk, you're gonna cut right through your eggs. With this yarn ball and the zip tie, you don't cut through the eggs. The eggs stay on twice as long. And if you got bait, you got a better chance of catching fish.
And all these are just little fine tuning techniques to keep your gear in the water more, increase your chance of catching fish.
Exactly.
Which is what we've been doing, and we're gonna go out and do some more, right?
Yep.
All right.
Wow, fish on.
Oversized fish, we'll find out here in a minute. 28 inches is the limit, but maybe it'll go home with me. Maybe we'll put it in the smoker.
It looks real close. It looks real close. Okay,
cut the tail off.
We're gonna lay it right here and I'm gonna bait it. That's too big.
Yeah, that's a beaut. Broke the hook.
32 incher.
32 inches, but it's a beauty. We're gonna send her on back home. Oh, she's gone.
Great time with the boys today. Beautiful weather, beautiful people doing the right thing.
We're about out of time out here. It's been a heck of a couple days on this 2018 member adventure with Real Time Fishing. We got Patrick and Tom from North Idaho joining us today. Had a whole group of guys yesterday. It's been a blast. Special thanks to Toby and Carson Wyatt of Real Time Fishing. Learn more about Real Time Fishing online at realtimefishing.com. We'll see you on the water and online. Another great Clearwater Steelhead.
Fish goes in the water, not the fisherman.
Yeah.
All right?
Woo! Yeah. That's a wrap.
Hi everyone, we're coming to you from beautiful Okanogan County in Washington. This is Spectacle Lake, and we're about 35-40 miles north of Kokanee, which is where we're staying. If you go north another 20 miles, you get to Canada. And also Palmer Lake is up that way. This lake has largemouth bass. I'm told it's a really good bass lake. It also has trout, but something that it has that a lot of anglers don't know about is kokanee. The lake is not listed as a kokanee lake when you go to the Washington Department of Fish and Wildlife site, but if you go to the stocking reports, you'll see they stock kokanee into this lake. We're gonna go up lake, find some deep holes, and try to catch some kokanee today, so let's go fishing. We're starting on the far end of the lake. There's two deep holes in this lake, one on the far end and then it kind of shallows up, and then there's another deep area. So first time fishing it, we'll try here. I've already seen fish on the fish finder. We're gonna run long lines, 3 colors. That's what was working over at Kokanee, so we'll try it here as well. And we'll put in a couple downrigger lines too. Nice, first fish of the day right off the bat. Looks like a good fighter. There you go, Spectacle Lake Kokanee. First fish of the day, it's about a 10.5-inch kokanee, so kind of like what you get over at Kokanee, the lower lake. Maybe there's bigger fish, we're gonna find out, but that didn't take long at all. Fish on. Oh, there's a fish on the other rod too. So, got a fish on this rod, and that rod's going off as well. Woo! A little tussle there. Nice. That's not a bad one. That's the bigger class right there. This is the white Arctic trolling fly, the Kokanee series. You can see that one, the main hook got right on the snout. I've got a little Max smile blade on the end of that too. Let's get that other fish. Beautiful morning here on Spectacle Lake. This lake is jammed with kokanee. Oh my goodness. Just one after another. What a great place to take your kids to if you want to have non-stop action. Didn't have to get up early either. We got here about, I don't know, 8:30 or so. Hoist them in. That's a respectable 12-inch fish right there. Not bad. We're on the west side of the lake. It's gradually shallowed up as we've come over here, but I still see lots of trout and kokanee markings, underwater suspended fish. The shoreline looks like it has great structure for largemouth bass, and we've seen a few anglers working the shoreline. So we're gonna head back that way, try to see if we can find some bigger fish. But if not, you know, you take what the lake gives you, and what Spectacle is giving us this year is 11.5-inch kokanee. Oh, what a morning Joanne and I had. We got our limits in an hour and 15 minutes. 11.5-inch kokanees are the larger ones, the smaller ones are running around 9 inches. Everything was caught today on Arctic Fox trolling flies. I'm really liking the flies. They are doing the job great. The treble hook really sticks those fish. The action out here is pretty hot, so you know, bring out your kids and catch a mess of these fish. They will be entertained and have a good time. We'll see you guys on the water and online.